Am I live? I think I'm live. What's up, guys? I got Armand here. What's going on? I got Troy. Got Leandre. What's up, man? Hey, it's Momo here. So I guess that's Momo. What's up, Momo? How you doing? Got a fifth on there. I don't know who that is. Check in if you want. How you guys doing today? Anyways, brief game before we have some other people clock in. The quote of the day is "Seize the day." Seize the day. It's a very, very popular saying in another language, and that language is Latin. If anyone in the comment section can tell me what that is in Latin without looking it up, wins a prize. And the prize is it's nothing. All right, what is the saying? Does anyone know? Seize the day. It's a translation from a different language, from Latin. And in our language, it's called seize the day, but it's very, very popular and different saying. I'll give you guys like 20 seconds as we have other people come in. What's up, Ian? How you doing, man? All right. But nobody, no guesses. Seize the day, and you can't ask your parents because your parents would like 95% no. All right, like if you're an adult, you probably know this. I probably knew this when I was like 12, but I watch a lot of movies, so you see it in movies. No clue, Armand. Oh man, you guys are lame. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You guys are kids. I guess this is your first time ever hearing it, and I'm sure once I say it, you'll be like, "Oh, I've heard that before." That's okay. All right. The quote is "Carpe diem." All right. Diem means who said it? Oh no, Leandre, you're obviously copying from your parents. Let me see. Momo, don't believe you either. You copy from Leandre. But yeah, Leandre wins. I guess he's the first one to ask his parents. Leandre, there's no way that you knew that. Why? I don't know. I'm just guessing because you said I don't know at first. You said seize the moment, bruh. All right. Anyways, yes, seize the day or carpe diem. It's an extremely popular saying, and it's an extremely popular thing to. No, actually, it's not an extremely popular thing to do. Most times, people just wallow away their days. They sit there and they just like waste away all day long. They take forever to start. I'm no exception. But seize the day means like you go out there and you take the bull by the horns. You go out there and you act like today means everything. Like today is like your last day alive. Like today is like the only day that you're allowed to do it. Or today is like the day of the big championship game. You act like that every single day. And when you do that, um, I think some people are afraid that they might exhaust themselves, or some people are too afraid to like even start out. But I assure you, when you do that, you'll actually have more energy. If you use all your energy and you're excited about life and you have a zest for life and you go out there, like today's the day, but then you do that every single day, you're not gonna get excited. Nope, sorry, you're not gonna get exhausted. There you go. You will get more and more excited. So go out there and seize the day. And again, like today is the first day, the last day, whatever makes you excited, basically. See it like that, and you go at it like that. Because if you have energy, you have a zest for life. You're just gonna just rule the day. All right. Anyways, speaking of our program though, in our book, if you're still following the book, you're special. If it's collecting dust, you're regular. If you don't have it, yeah, a little bit less than regular. So get our book at limitlesshoops.com so you can follow along with our day-to-day stuff and you have a chance. But if you do have the book, make sure that you seize every single day inside of it and seize every single drill inside of it as well. So what you should be doing, if you want to be great, if you were great, you would be looking at every single drill, and you could do it on a day-to-day basis. So you can maybe hear me talk about it. Maybe once we have workouts ever again, then you can try it. Then once we do our isolation workouts, you get to experiment with them. Then you can ask me questions, of course, during these things. Like say, hey, I was looking at the tip drill, John. What is that? Or like, hey, how like maybe ask me a question like, how can I do the tip drill at home? And don't ask it to me personally, like through like a personal text message. Ask me here in the comment section so then other people can see it. So then one, You might be asking a question that they want to ask, but they were maybe too shy. Two, you're creating a culture where we're not afraid to ask questions. Three, you're making your teammates better so then they can make you better. Because everyone wants to be on a better team, but everyone also wants to be the man. So it's like, well, make your team better, and then all of a sudden they'll be making you better. So then there doesn't have to be any kind of switch ups to make it work. All right. So again, seize the day, and you want to take care of every single item. Because my job, I told you guys this before. Our woman, exactly. Um, my job, I told you this before, and my job has never changed. My job is to do nothing. Your job is to do everything. My job, I guess it's to do one thing. My job is to trick you. My job is to trick you into cleaning up your room. And you're a little kid, and you have Legos everywhere. They're everywhere, like all over the entire house. You probably have like 1 million Legos on the ground of the house. And you have a Lego, I don't know, storage kit right there. And you want to put all the Legos away one day. And if you do, then you make the NBA. All right. So putting away all your Legos is like making the NBA. And it's my job to trick you into putting away all your Legos. So every single day, I'm like, okay, get up 100 shots, get up 500 shots. And you're like, I don't want to, because, it's so hard to clean up your room. It's so hard, right? And then I'm like, all right, every day you got to run a mile. You're like, I don't want to. But a mile's worth like 20 Legos. 500 shots is worth like 40 Legos. I mean, you just have to keep going. And sometimes you're inspired to put them up yourself. But it's a very, very simple thing. It's a very, very simple task, but it's so repetitive. And it seems like it's never going to end. And all you have to do, again, we have 6 drills per day. All you have to do is perfect those drills. And honestly, it only goes for 8 weeks. I put every drill I've ever thought about over the last 20 years into this book, and we're going through them one at a time. And you want to perfect them. But when I see you guys do the moves, like during practice, most of you guys can't do them correctly. Or like maybe your legs aren't strong enough. Or maybe you can't quite make the shot. So what it's going to do to pick up that Lego piece is going to take a lot more effort. And maybe it's stuck into the carpet or something. You have to cut it out. All right. You have to really, really try at that one Lego piece. So some of them are going to be easy, but some of them are going to be really hard. But it's possible. It's a very finite number of things, which means not infinite. It's not forever. All right. It's only 1 million Legos. It's only 8 weeks of 6 workouts a day. And actually Saturdays aren't 6 workouts. It's only 2. So it basically comes out to about, I think it's 296 workouts or drills. 296 drills that you have to perfect. 296 Legos that you have to pick up. All right. So let's pick up each one and let's make every single one perfect. And again, if you're looking at it, I'll go through it today, and we're just trying to perfect these things. You're trying to perfect it so that you can do each drill as hard as you can and do it well. All right. So again, seize the day, but seize every day. The drills today for elementary school. Again, if you have any questions, ask me. If you don't, I'll assume that you know it. But then when I see you do it and you don't do it perfect, I'm going to assume the worst. I'm going to be like, okay, this person didn't know how to do the drill and didn't ask me a question about it, then they don't care. That's it. There's no other excuse. Like you don't know how to do it and you don't ask me a question. All right. So figure it out. The first one is Clockwork passing drill. That one's pretty complicated, but we definitely have a video of it. And all it is when we catch the ball up top, we rip the ball through like this with our twist passes that we talked about yesterday, and we pass it to the wing. When you're on the wing, you want to fake toward the block and then come out for a pass so that the defense reacts to the backdoor fake. All right. And then you turn and then you face. Then when you're going to the block from the wing, you sprint down to the basket, stutter step, then turn back around to post up, right in between the sweet spot of the block and the first hash mark with your hands up like this. Then you get a pass from the wing. and then you instantly turn toward the middle. You make an outside hand, one-handed pass to the opposite guard up top at the lane line, and then it restarts. And you want to follow your pass. All right. And as you make that pass, of course, you want to run after them and then close out so that the first guard, again, steps into their pass, catches it, pump fakes, and then restarts it to the opposite side. There's two lines up top on the lane lines. There's two wings. There's two blocks. If you have extra people, they're behind the passers. It's an extremely complicated, drawn out drill. But what it teaches you is to be perfect in the half court set. So when you do certain things, I was watching. I made a highlight tape of Finley. If you guys seen it, let me know if you've seen it in the comment section. There's a part right at the end where she's being guarded by the other team's best player, and he's a 10th grader, and he's like has like long arms, he's all over like this, and she just like calmly takes the ball out of bounds by pump faking up high and passing down low. And why you do that, the pump fake up high and pass down low, is because you make him show his hands or you make him not show his hands. So you go like this, and if his hands don't go up, you pass it. Or you go like this, if his hands go up, then you pass it low. His hands can't be everywhere, so you can easily beat him if you can throw the ball hard enough. And she does that with ease, and these are the things that the clockwork passing drill takes care of. Let's see. Wait, the person at the free throw line and the play poly just stays there after the screen, right? Yes. They stay there, but they have their hands up. They're looking for the ball because when the person from doing the poly cut drives, they want to be available. And then when someone shoots it, they of course crash. So you don't just stand there. But yes, that is your job. And if you want to go more intricately, the opposite post player, as the person drives baseline, that opposite post player needs to come up toward the middle. And then the opposite wing needs to flash toward the baseline, like we do with every baseline drive. And the guard that gave him the ball needs to cut behind him. So we do all of our cuts. All right, got it. Thank you for asking the first question, Momo. Good job, girl. All right. My next drill, just go through them all. Zone cutting. That's every 3 seconds for the inside players. Just keep moving, pass, cut through with your head up. So if they double team or if they're not, especially if it's a zone, and you get to stop early in the creases of the zone. You get to go to the strong side corner, the weak side corner. Zones are kind of up for grabs, and mostly any offense, zones are up for grabs. You don't because you can't really predict where the zone players are going to go. So if you see an open spot, you need to cut there and then score. Ball and hold drill. That one is needs someone to stop the ball or someone to slow down the ball. And then on our shots, one person needs to run back. That's about every offensive / defensive / transition strategy in the country or in the world. Someone always gets back. And usually someone has the ball. Sometimes they put 2 people back and they try not to pressure the ball, but I would say most people would say pressure the ball and send one person back, and the other 3 are offensive rebounders. Jump ball positioning. We mess up with that. We can't start the game the wrong way. We have to make sure that we're forcing them to tip the ball to their players who's behind us or behind them, or we're tipping the ball in between ourselves, so that we're tipping the ball in between 2 of our own players so that they can box out so the ball can be tipped right in between them. It's a very easy concept, but we tend to mess that up. You didn't get your question answered? Yes, you did. You got to listen, Ian. All right. Taking the last shot. Oh, speaking of Ian, he messed up taking the last shot. I think it was Ian or Finley, one of the 2. Definitely Ian. All right. He had the ball in his hand the last game in the first half. And when I think he had like a semi-fast break, kind of, but not really. And there was 10 seconds on the clock. And he drove by someone for no reason. He should have just held it. But he threw a shot up and they blocked it. And they got the ball back and they had a chance to score. I don't know if they hit the 3, but I think that they definitely missed the 3. It was their big guy shot it, barely missed it. Ian needs to make sure that we take the last shots. All right, because if there's 10 seconds left. We can shoot a free throw. We can shoot a 2. We can shoot a 3, right? All these things can happen. But you know what can happen if we have the ball? They can't score. But if they get the ball back, then they can shoot a free throw, a 2 or a 3. So there's a 6-point swing. We want to make sure that it's these options up here and never these options. Because, yeah, we might hit a 3, but then they might hit a 3. We want to make sure that they have no chance to score and that we have the only chance to score. So I'm not saying you need to shoot it with 1 second on the clock each time, but you need to dwindle the play down to 3, 2, 1, like that. Maybe shoot with 3 seconds left at most when you have the ball toward the end. Now, when you guys watch games, hopefully you guys are watching NBA games and college games. You guys would definitely know that. But during the thick of it, during the middle of our games, maybe even the best of our players will just forget it because, it's nerve-wracking to be out there. You're not really thinking straight. So take the last shot. Next one is post-entry plus kickouts. All right. We do a horrible job passing the ball to the other post. We did okay passing it to Zach. I think over the course of 5 games, he probably got 7 entry passes, maybe. And I'm pretty sure he shot every single one of them. All right. So we do a bad job of getting it inside, and then once we do get it inside, we do a bad job of getting it back outside. So we need people to cut. We need people to move. We need to pass the ball in bounds, and we need to be good passers out of the post. All right. Not only do we want to drive to the middle, we want to be able to pass to the middle as well. So we have to trust our inside players and our outside players the same. So those are all the elementary school drills. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Ian, did you choke? I don't know. It's tough to choke. It's just you get confused toward the end of games. For the middle schoolers, you guys had tip drill, 1-on-1 wing plus 1-on-1 rebound. I've talked about that one a lot. 9 and help side equals points drill. Zone 1 or 2 guard front. 16 plus seconds up by 4 points. And offensive rebound tips. I don't think I saw one time where they passed to the inside and they passed it back. No, there was 0 chance. Again, we passed it inside less than 10 times, and the inside players passed it out 0. I can't think of anyone that did it. So, yes, you're right, Momo. Leandre, kind of. Ian drove middle, passed it to Leandre off the drive to the inside. Leandre passed it out to Jamar, and then Jamar passed it over to Finley for a 3. So that was one time. Oh, wait. Yeah, he just said he did it. Yep, Andre. There you go, Andre. I remember right before you said it. That was our 1. And again, we should be doing that 1 in every 5 plays, so probably 30 times a game. So we should have done it 150 times, or over the course of 7 games. I'm missing my math. 210 times, and we did it once. All right. So let's not get too happy about it. Andre had our 1. Congratulations. All right. Well, the one that I want to talk about out of the middle school drills is offensive tips for +1. All right. Offensive tips. And for an offensive rebound, you need to go. I mean, I see way too many people backing up. In our games this weekend and last, Finley is our back person. Finley gets back because she's super small and she's smart, so she gets back. But the other 4 are crashing. And we have wide open layups or taken layups or shots in the corner, and we have 3 people backing up to half court. That's lazy. That's unfocused. You need to sprint for the rebound every single time. And if you can't grab it, you can tip it. The most tips for us are probably Edward, because he never caught the ball, but he did tip it. He touched it. That's good enough for me. If you can touch the ball. If you can touch the ball, you have a chance to get the ball. That at least shows me as a coach that you're hustling. And if you touch the ball, you're at least making things happen so that they can't get quick rebounds to kick the ball up. If you can touch the ball, that shows your coach that you care. Shows your coach that you can get better. If you just touch the ball, just tip the ball, that's something. So for this drill, we do offensive rebound tips are worth 1 point. And imagine if they were worth 1 point for the games, how much the game would change. You have to think that way. All right. If they legit gave you a point for touching the ball on an offensive rebound, how much would it suck to play defense? You'd be boxing the guy out. You grab the ball, but then right before you grabbed it, he tipped it. A point. Point for the team. Your team is now down by less. You would say, I don't really like this game. This game is weird. But would you take advantage of it on the other end? We have all our guys going for all the rebounds. Well, we should. That's an easy way to get points. If you could maybe tip 20 of them, now you average 20 points a game. I mean, how many tips would you get if that was a rule? And then you have to re-watch the game footage and see how many tips that you actually got. And if it's a lot less than you would have got if it was 1 point tip, then you aren't trying hard enough. And I think that's the way it is. Just like if I said, clean up all your Legos and you get to go to the NBA and make $1 million, your house would be spotless before the end of the day. But if I just said, clean up all your Legos, you get nothing. Oh, now you're not. Or if I said, it's not Legos, now it's actual drills and working out hard, you're like, whatever. So I've made this thing as easy as possible for you guys by giving you a list. You can actually look in the back of the book to see the full list. So you can go in order and check off the ones that you're good at. Check off the ones that you're bad at. Maybe your goal could be to, on your YouTube channel, starting with the drill number 1, and you can title each drill as its header, like whether it be like offensive. I don't know what the headers are. I'm confused on the headers right now, but whether it be offense and like motion or like whatever it be, and then you can list the drill. So if it's like a motion drill plus the drill name, that can be the title of your video. And you can make 296 videos from every single thing in our book describing what you think the drill is. Maybe doing the drill, maybe inviting some friends over and showing them the drill. That would be something that you could do to make yourself an amazing player. Again, that's what a player who is obsessed with the game would do, and that obsession would create a really, really amazing player. And if you're worrying that maybe your obsession might go too far, maybe all your effort will be for nothing, I assure you, don't worry, because playing overseas basketball was like one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Playing college, it was less, but it was amazing. Playing high school, it was less, but it was astonishing. All right. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. So even if you just make high school, trying your hardest and going out with a bang, there's no better feeling in life. I mean, you won't ever experience that your entire life. You're going to have a job one day, kids, all that stuff. I mean, it probably won't really compare to like winning a state championship or like winning your state at districts or like making the team as a junior or a senior or whatever. It won't quite compare. So I assure you, do it. I have to leave the live about 5 minutes before the end. Oh yeah, to make it here. Gotcha, Leandre. Yeah, I have I'm at Ian's, so we have a court here, and Ian's gonna do his isolation workout with Ben's old group because Ben I think is retiring from the game. You guys can ask him about that. I don't know. I think he just wants to be a kid right now and focus on college. But his group of Leandre, Zach, and Andre are going to come over to Ian's house. So that's going to be the 4 group, and they're going to do it like right here in front of me while everyone else does theirs at theirs. I say maybe your parents have maybe reached a point where they want to like get together with a couple of kids and you guys can do this distance stuff just so you guys can like not be alone anymore. Ask me if you want to meet up with someone and we can hook you guys up. Yes, R.I.P. Ben. Exactly. All right. So if your parents will allow you to work out with other kids, let me know and I can hook you up with some players that definitely want a partner. And then we can make this thing happen because again, it's just going to get harder and harder if you're alone. So if they're through with that, we can make it the same partner every single time. You can make sure that you guys maybe check up on each other to make sure you guys aren't doing anything crazy so that we can keep the virus contained. Staying 20 feet apart is a possibility during these workouts. 20 feet is more than 6 feet. So it should be okay. You guys can use different balls. So again, if they want to get in on this, let me know. That one you can send me a private message. All right, for high school drills, horseshoe, 180 poly for shots, pick and roll defense, point guard advance the ball ahead, under 15 seconds, up by 4, deflections. Hmm. I like the pick and roll defense because that annoys me so much. All right, pick and roll defense. Um, we did an okay job of showing this last time, but we did a pretty bad job of when we're guarding the man and they go over pick and roll, of forcing them up, of going into them. And then we did a really bad job of rotating over. I think we did that maybe 3 times. Like Momo got it once. She missed the pass though, but she goes at least there. Finley tried once, but she took the place of someone else that was supposed to get there. So we need to understand that stuff a lot better. See you, Leandre. See you in a second. And so the pick and roll defense, we have to figure that out. Again, I know, and I'm being honest, I know we would do a lot better at that if we had better players. Because I don't know why. I don't know why more talented players can do that. There's no talent in saying, I see them double teaming, let me run to that man. There's no talent in that. But I think when you have better players, like more skilled players, they really want to understand it because they think that they can make the league and stuff like that. So they believe more. Maybe though, it's also they watch basketball games more. The rotation is so easy though. It's not, yeah, it's not that hard to understand. I know, but again, better players understand it more. Like this speech in college or like at a good high school is like one day, and we understand it, and like no one ever messes it up. You might get yelled at like toward the middle of the season when people maybe forget, but yeah, everyone just gets it. So I'm trying to think of the difference between like lower level players like you guys are and the really high level players who can like dunk and stuff like that. They're not smarter, but they might be basketball smarter because they watch more games, possibly. I'm hella slow, but I understand to at least get there. We'll see. We'll see. All right. If you're there and the ball goes through your face, then I guess you were there. But yeah, we got to rotate over and we got to go over the screen, not under the screen. So it's just a thing that you guys have to get one day. And I hope that day soon. All right. So try to understand it. Watch the game film. I've done it so many times though. Good job, Mo. If you guys want to, you guys can watch the film, whether you went to the things or not. You can watch the film and you can break down the film. And with your iPhone, you can screenshot part of it. So you can video screenshot part of it. And what I want you to do, or try to do, is put together a video if you can, if you want, of all of our 12 focuses on our Limitless Hoops page and the challenges section. You get to see the pregame focuses like offense rebound, defense rebound, communicate, get back, cut hard, all those things. You can find one negative time, one positive time. I went through our very first game in Atlanta and I found all 12 negatives in the first 5 minutes. So if you guys want to do that, that would be a great way. All right. Cameron wants to work with someone. All right. Cameron, you can work with Finn Kaufman. If you want to text him, have you guys can text me or text Ian for his number. He'd be a great person to work with. All right. Anyways, the story of the day, just to finish up, is give me the player who lights up the most when the entire team is presented with a drill they're not good at. That player will be the greatest because they're more interested in improving than they are in showing off. I can't tell you how many times I notice people in the isolation workout during the freestyle thing doing the thing that they're very, very good at. Are the players who, when I say let's do this drill, and they're like good at it, they get so excited. But very, very rarely do I get players who are super excited about doing a drill that they suck at. If you're like that and you want to work at something that you're bad at, you're going to be amazing. All right. You work at a math problem that you're bad at, you're going to be an amazing mathematician. But basketball wise, you'll be great if you got excited, truly excited about the stuff that you're bad at, like a chance to work on your left-hand floater or whatever it may be. And then you work on that stuff extra and you obsess about the stuff that you're bad at. You've just turned the entire game around. And you've made all those Legos that you have to pick up super easy to get. All right. Anyways, that's my time. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes for the isolation workout. Momo, one of these days come to the isolation workout. I don't know what you're doing during this time, but do it, or at least like watch it, and then maybe like do it afterwards if you're busy during that hour. Even though we're in quarantine and the whole world shut down, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, show up. All right, you guys got to get better, got to improve, so you guys can have your dreams. And don't forget the quote of the day: Carpe diem. Seize the day. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Yes, it's on Zoom. Yes, it's at 5 o'clock, and you just go to our website. It's not actually Zoom, but go to our website. Click on. It says right there on the top of the page, 5 p.m. isolation workouts. You click it, and then you join. Everyone knows about it. All right, bye, guys.